Good morning, Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Man. Welcome back to another podcast episode. We're going to be reading from our daily bread in Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. I felt cheerful today. The sun was out when I rode to the farmer's market, and I bought a bouquet of flowers to brighten my table. When I met with a friend for lunch, I was at my best, joking and affectionate, a good listener. Later that day, she emailed me to say that she'd been in a terrible mood before we met, but our lunch cheered her and inspired her to help a colleague with a tough assignment. I was reminded that what we put into the world has precautions beyond what we can imagine. Dear God, whom may I aspire to do good today? This is beautiful. Going back up to the reading in Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24, and let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. We have to consider, come on, Jesus, the feelings of other people. We have to understand one another. The easiest way that I have been learning to be more understanding, to be more compassionate, to be more gentle, and to love people easily, even when it seems like people may be difficult, because we all have some level of frustration or difficulty that we learn how to manage, but we all have something that someone else might not like or enjoy. The easiest way I have been learning to connect with other humans is to forgive. And I kid y'all not, I never wanted to think about forgiveness. Like, I've been walking around for almost 30 years telling God, like, dang, you forgave him already. Like, I ain't finna do that. I do not have to forgive nobody that you already forgiven. That is not fair, and it's not true. When you do not forgive, you have a lot of heaviness on your heart, and it is hard to move forward in your mind. And it just holds you back. It is for the people, but it's for your health as well. We have to consider the fact, in the easiest way that I have learned to forgive. Now, so you still can't just try to be like, okay, well, I forgive him, just forget it. You still have to do this with God. There still have to be some fasting and prayer behind that for it to actually work, because I've seen results. And I'm so grateful that the Lord has blessed me to be humble with this forgiving portion of this journey, because it's beautiful. And it does take off so much pressure that you have on you. The easiest way that I have seen this to work is in fasting and prayer, and then also reviewing the relationships that I was in with people has made it so much easier to connect with new people and forgiving new people and considering that new people that come into my life or that I might be in crossing with, that they may be going through something. I had to look over the relationships that I've been in and be honest with myself, looking at my own behavior and then looking at their behavior. Like, how could I expect someone to love me when they weren't loved themselves? Because I've been around your parents, I've been around your friends, I've been around your siblings. How can I expect you to protect me and you're in an abusive relationship? When we review our relationships, it's going to be easier to forgive, and it'll be easier to consider someone else's emotions, to consider someone else's behavior. It's not acceptable, the behavior and the things that people may do, but it's going to be easier to consider and have love for one another and to do good works, to still be responsible, to still be respectful, even when you see, man, this person is toxic. The Lord is giving you discernment to let you know this person got some evil spirits on them, but to still be considerate and to still show love. When you do that, you actually open the door for people to come in and say, well, why what are you doing that always make you so happy, even in your down moments? Forgiveness is a beautiful thing, and it helps you consider others, and it helps you to love others and do good works, no matter what you may see, no matter what you may know about someone. Going back and down into the reading, this person in their testimony said, I felt cheerful today. The sun was out. I went to the farmer's market. I got some flowers for my table. I just wanted to do some different things in my home. And then I met with a good friend for lunch, and we joked. I was feeling my best today. Good energy, positive vibes. We had an amazing lunch. And when I got home, she emailed me and she let me know that, hey girl, I enjoyed being out with you today, because before we met, I wasn't having the best of a day. And because of your energy, because of your peace, because of the compassion that you gave me, because of the love that you showed me, I was able to help another friend in a tough area when they needed help with an assignment. This person said, dear God, whom may I inspire to do good today? Anytime we meet with people, anytime. Now we have to be careful also. Let me just throw that disclaimer out, because there is some spirits out here, they're looking to just suck that energy from you. So always use discernment. Always ask God for discernment, especially, hugging people, giving handshakes, and letting people draw your time and your attention. We still want to guard our hearts, but we are still supposed to inspire people. Ask God, who are you supposed to inspire today? When you cross paths with people, or when you have personal relationships with people, there is supposed to be something that you're giving. Don't focus on what you're not getting back, because you will always be restored. In a healthy relationship, there is supposed to be a give. But this is why we don't want to put ranges on relationships. This is why we don't want to put 50-50 or 60-80 on a relationship, because like this young lady said, she wasn't feeling too well and her friend didn't know that. But because she came in her good spirits and her good joy, that love rubbed off on her, and that love further rubbed off on a third party friend. So it just keeps going forth and forth. So we have to consider one another, and we have to provoke love even when we see hate. Still be a loving person in the room. Still be the light in the room, because you don't know who you're giving that light to. You don't. And the way that you keep that light going, and you keep that, and you keep getting that restoration over and over again, you keep showing up happy and confident, that only comes from God. That comes from a relationship with God. That glow that you get, that natural beauty that you get, that affection that's just in you, that is God in you. Continue to be a loving person. And loving people have their problems as well. But when you give that to God, then it's going to be easier for you to receive what somebody else may be going through, and to still be that loving person. This is just a beautiful, beautiful testimony. And I'm grateful to be able to provide this message on today. When you get some time, I encourage you to read Hebrews chapter 10 verses 24 and consider the feelings of others around you. And there's going to take some work and some healing that you have to do personally. That way you can get to those levels. But I encourage you to do your extended research on forgiveness, because it helps. It's a beautiful process. I love you. God bless you.